I'm from Memphis, lived in Raleigh since I was 8 years old. Raleigh Forest Apartments, went to Egypt Elementary, so Raleigh was everything. The thing you remember about the Raleigh Springs Mall when I was younger was you kind of had the trifecta. There was a movie theater, next to the movie theater was the pet store, and across from both of those was the arcade, which is where every kid went and spent the entire Saturday.
The mall was such a vibrant hub in this city, not just in this area, but in the city. Everyone remembers the mall, has memories of the mall.
I'm Tom Marshall. I'm an architect that is actually born and raised out here in the heart of Raleigh. The mall really served as the icon of the community. It was a place we all went, and my mom or dad would drop me off here when I was young, and I had as much fun as a kid could have on $4 or $5. We saw our friends and we got together. It was our social hub, you might say.
Raleigh Springs Mall.
When I moved to Memphis, I was 11 years old. In 1977, we lived out in Raleigh. And the Raleigh Mall was our mall. And I remember how vibrant the intersection of Yale and Austin Peay Highway was.
Raleigh Springs Mall features Ashley's for an emporium of exciting holiday fashions for juniors and misses. Raleigh Springs, the most beautiful shopping mall of all.
Raleigh used to be the county seat for Shelby, and people would come here because of the Raleigh Springs that were, supposedly the fountain of youth. But the Raleigh Springs Mall was the center of this community for miles around.
In the late 2000s, you started to see the signs of decay. Businesses started leaving the mall.
Wolf Chase got built. As Wolf Chase grew, this mall shrunk.
And it's not unlike malls across this country, suburban shopping malls that were built in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. And communities across the country are trying to figure out how do you either repurpose the mall itself or repurpose the space.
Well, we've got parts of the police in the budget, parts of the library in the budget. Let's put those on this site, but then let's add all the amenities. And then ultimately the idea was, let's make this the center of Raleigh again.
We had designed, of course, this to be a complex, and it's far beyond just a library, a police precinct, traffic precinct, and championship level skate park. We've also included a 7-acre lake that works as a retainage basin. It keeps about 600 houses in the dry during a 100-year flood event.
A walking trail, which people began using even before the facility was open, which just shows how much excitement there was in this community to have a central space where everybody can gather. And we also have an additional 20 acres that are available for private development on the site as well.
Raleigh Civic Center represents renewal in every sense of the word. It's almost like that giddy feeling again I used to have as a young girl going into the mall. When I walked in today and I just saw how beautiful the place is and how functional it is and how it has so much potential for our community.
Memphis 3.0 is a comprehensive plan that the city developed to really define how we're going to make investments in our community. And the 3.0 plan is really based on the premise of investing in anchors in our community. The place that we're standing in right now is an anchor. And so the investments that we've made here are intended to spur investment around it.
Nobody knows their neighborhood like the people who live there. And I really do believe that with the neighbor support, we're going to see more private dollars going into that area.
I hope our youth, they'll get that sense of history and pride in the community, but also with what we have here, it'll help them see that there is a wonderful future ahead of them. In spite of the dilapidation that was here, this building came from that, and I want that reflected in their lives as well.
I live literally 6 minutes from here. So every day going to work, every day coming home from work, I pass this site. So I've literally seen it come from the holes that were dirt and everything we were digging out to what it is now. From a personal perspective, this is everyone's dream. You want to make an impact and show work and show something that you've done. I can walk by here and tell anyone I know the role I played in it.
We're going to invest in this anchor and allow that to be the light that shines for the Raleigh community.